This is Joe's Corner 76. I will be discussing the human condition. In order to change it, we have to be involved. I saw the light. Have you? This isn't a religious question, but rather a question about the state of life today. Are you aware of what's happening? Do you care? I have listened to so much talk about sexual definitions and what I should believe, and I see what the media, the government, and what I call leftist progressives have spouted. I have seen the light. There are only two sexes on a biological basis, males with the XY chromosome and the females with the XX chromosome. I'm not saying I have a problem with anyone who thinks they are different gender. They are entitled to their opinion, but so am I. Have you seen the light? We have two classes of employees in Canada, the public sector and the private sector. The first great difference between the two is that the private sector provides the money to pay for the public sector. The public sector only spends it. Are there any other differences? 85% of public employees have pension plans compared to 21.5% in the private sector. 94.5% of public employees have defined benefit plan pensions compared to 36.9% in the private sector. Public employees earn about 11% more on average versus the private sector. They have better sick days and almost no layoffs compared to the private sector. They have better health benefits and their pension plans have no chance of going unfunded versus private sector plans which could fail. Public sector wages are determined by politics, while wages in the private sector are guided by market forces and by profit restrictions. Defenders of the status quo in the public service, where employees make substantially more than private sector employees for the same type of job, say that private employers should raise their rates and salaries rather than limit the public's. I have seen the light. We pay, they enjoy what they feel is their right. We need to change this. Have you seen the light? Have you not heard people in the media or in social platforms telling you they want to tell you their truth? I don't always find this backed up with facts, or many times their truth is presented as though it's a self-evident truth with no room for discussion. I saw the light. There is only that which is truth. It can be verified, proven, and stand up against all self-truth tellers. Have you seen the light? It seems that our teachers' unions and public school boards are more interested in showing how woke and progressive they are. They are in the forefront of telling our children what gender they might be, telling parents what is suitable food for lunch, telling parents they have no right to be involved in their school curriculum, spouting how much they support the children. They are in the forefront for liking more money for education and more teachers and smaller classes and more salaries with fewer students enrolled. Isn't it strange that they oppose standardized testing to see what type of education level the students are at? The literacy and math levels are atrocious. It's hard to get rid of bad teachers, and all teachers get increases in spite of their performance. They are not in favor of the government giving grants to parents so they can choose another option. Maybe some competition might be helpful. Good teachers might make more and poor ones make less, and the educational levels could rise. Teachers should teach and not be woke activists. Have you seen the light? I saw the light. The internet, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok have become places where anybody who has any kind of opinion has a forum to spout anything without having to prove their facts. Hasn't Facebook become a place where armchair warriors can comment on almost anything without directly talking to people? I don't believe these people have the guts to go on a public forum where they would have to show themselves. Well, Facebook has some good points. It has created isolated people with fringe ideas who can get together to reinforce these ideas. A lot of gullible people get their information here, and they are misled by false information. Instagram is full of influencers who push products, show body types and fashions, and products we don't need. The influencers have caused young women to be ashamed of how they look and caused many to go on diets, binging, and other means to achieve the look being promoted. And this has serious health consequences, and mental health issues. TikTok is fun, but it also promotes some really stupid and dangerous events. The internet is wonderful to find out information, but it has a lot of misinformation that people don't question. Sexual predators use it. Hate groups push their agendas under the guise of something else. Biggest thing the net is used for is pornography. They can create unrealistic sexual fantasies that won't get fulfilled. Real relationships can become a problem. I want to shine a light on these to get you thinking. Have you seen the light? I saw the light. Mental illness is a massive problem in society and is not being addressed the way it should. It affects everyone. There's a chance you know someone affected by it. There is a stigma to mental illness, and men, for example, don't always admit they need treatment because they feel it shows weakness. They have the highest suicide rate and other mental issues because they don't seek treatment. Suicide is a leading cause of death among people age 15 to 24. What a waste. Who knows what these people could have accomplished? Opioid drug deaths increase every year. What we are doing to treat mental illness is not working. We need to rethink our approach, be more proactive, and perhaps override some individual rights to help people get treatment. Have you seen the light on this? I saw the light. In this day of instant communication, we use devices to talk to one another. We update each other on our lives and what's going on. You can have friends and family and feel lonely. You may not see them physically, and it's not the same online. You see others with romantic partners. You feel different from others, but it's not something you can put online. You could have lost a partner, and now you feel isolated. Your social group doesn't always include you now. There are many causes of loneliness, and it can have effect on your mental and physical health. For a happy life, people need intimate bonds to be able to confide in others, feel that they belong, and get information from others. Have you seen the light? I've seen the light. We have developed into a victim society. You can see it every day in the news. I was drunk when this happened. I'm not responsible. Yes, you are. You made the decision to drink and drive. I'm not responsible for that crime. It's because of my underprivileged childhood. No, it's not. You are responsible. Thousands experienced trauma and rose above it. I'm in jail because of a racist system. No, you committed a crime. You're responsible. The "it's not my fault" syndrome is prevalent today. Shut up. Stop whining and accept responsibility. Have you seen the light? I saw the light. I am not ashamed of who I am or my ancestry. I live now, and I should be judged by my character, not past history. There will be no apologies from me. Have you seen the light? I saw the light. I never will agree to our history being rewritten based on today's standards. The decisions made then were based on the then prevailing standards. These morons will never see the light. Will you? I saw the light. I'm proud of my country. I know it has a national character, and it's worth defending. I want my nation state, and not now or ever do I want a global order to decide my fate. Have you seen the light? I saw the light. Our freedom is being attacked. Governments introduce bills to tell us what to believe. The woke community is working overtime to push their agenda, and is being swallowed by the leftists, the progressives, the left-wing media, and in particular by the elitists, since it gives them what they want: control. This is happening gradually, day by day. How? Because the silent majority don't speak up. A lot don't vote, and apathy is easier than action. Have you seen the light? Are we in the age of enablement? Homeless people take over public parks, and city governments negotiate endlessly with them. What about the people who want to use the parks and can't? We need decisive action to clear the parks. Homelessness has to use a total approach, not half measures, to solve it. It can be done. Are we right to create safe injection drug sites? Haven't they in many cases caused real problems in the areas where they're located? Should we perhaps be forcing these people into treatment? Should we not have the right to expect safe public transportation? We need to clear the stations of the homeless and drug addicts. The government has a responsibility to the majority. The majority have rights, along with the victims of crime, they seem to get second best. Have you seen the light? I saw the light. You're fed up and you get bullshit every day. Legal guns being confiscated will lower crimes. Bullshit. Getting rid of illegal guns along with stiffer sentences will. We can go totally green with no problem and to hell with fossil fuels. That's bullshit. We need them now and well into 2060. Open your eyes and look at the issues. Have you seen the light? I saw the light. The politicians and bankers paint a somewhat lesser tale of how our economy will be. I've asked myself, are you much worse than last year? The answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Have you seen the light? I hope that I have shed some light on a few things, but there are many more. I hope you will open your eyes and see the light. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Joe's Corner 76. You can hear me on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Public, Stitcher, and YouTube at Joe's Corner 76.